Let's go one at a time. One at a time. So the rest of you guys stand back here. You ready, gentlemen? Okay, this is one of my favorites. This is called freestyle dribbling. You know, in a game, the best dribblers in the world, you really know when, you don't know when they're going to make their move or where they're going to go. They have so many different ways and directions to twist and turn. You just never know. They can use any part of their foot at any time and turn it. They've developed a mastery of the dribbling skill, but also a creativity inside that's totally unexpected. If you're going to be a good creative dribbler in the midfield and or going after players up top or even in the back, this drill will help you because all you're doing is turning the entire time, right, left, right, and you're trying to turn so quickly that you're not even thinking anymore. You're just reacting, and it becomes instinctual. When there's pressure around you, there's someone here, you automatically you can cut it with your left or cut it with your right or roll it behind you, and so this is called creative dribbling. So what we do is we take our time, about 30 seconds, we go as fast as we can, and we try to cover as much area as we can in this square without repeating ourselves. In and out, in and out. And you try to be as unpredictable as you can. When you're just about to make this move, change your mind and make that move. When you're just about to make this move, change your mind and roll it back. So you're totally unpredictable. You don't even know where you're going, much less the defender. Okay? Ready? Go. Fast as you can. Short, quick steps. And as you can see, it requires really quick ball touch. Whoops, all right, it's all right. All right, next, Morgan. It's all right. Go ahead, as fast as you can, fast as you can. It's very difficult. You can see you got to have short, quick steps. You want to go a little slower first because it is a challenge. You have to have really tight dribbling skill. Not bad, but she's touching it kind of far out. Keep it close, shorter steps. Mariah does really good steps because she takes those short, quick steps. Okay, good. Bring it on. Then take a 30-second rest. Good. Okay, heads up, girl. Now, heads up. There you go. You want to look around. You're in a crowd. You want to see where do I go next. Very good, Bree. Okay, Mariah, now, you guys have done a good job of going straight and right and left. But I haven't seen anybody go, oh, not there, and go the other direction. Oh, not there, this way. Oh, no, I'm not going to go there. You know, in midstream, you begin to make your move and you change your mind. You know, that's a fake. That's unpredictability. So don't always go forward. Sometimes you want to go backwards, okay? Mariah, you're up. Go a little slower. Short, quick steps. Nice short, quick steps she's got. Look at that quick turn. She's really good using the outside of her foot. Now we can get her to learn how to use her left foot. Good. And can you reverse it? Can you go one way, step over, go backwards? And reverse it. There you go. And reverse it again. And reverse it again. And reverse it again. And reverse it again. The unpredictable. They never know what you're going to do. Left and right. Okay, very good. Okay, so this is creativity. Once you get real creative at it, you become a great midfield dribbler. A great dribbler to hold possession. A great dribbler in a crowd because you've got all these things going on. Everyone's like, whoa, where is she going? And all of a sudden you're through them. Okay? That's dribbling number 4. Okay? Come on. Next one's passing. Okay, I need 6 volunteers. If you haven't volunteered yet. Only if you haven't volunteered yet. 6. Goalkeeper. Ellen, jump in here. You've already gone. Step back, everyone else. Step back a little bit so we can get there. Okay, we need one more. First one out. Okay, Ashley. Okay, each of you we need 1 ball per group of 2. Only 1 ball per group of 2. Jeremy, you might want to come a little closer to us. And, okay, ladies. 1 ball per group of 2, 1 on each side of your gate. There's a gate. And you're passing it. Just a push pass. Go ahead. Last group to get started will be 5. Nice and easy. A little further back. You know, we've mastered that, that little 3-yard pass. Let's challenge ourselves with a 5-yard pass. Okay, now girls, this is the hard thing to do at home. Because who are you going to pass to? If you have a wall's your best friend. I had a wall, it was my best friend. Every press, one of the best things you can do is get a ball coming back at you. Because that's what the game's all about, right? You with me, Logan? Ball coming back at you is what the game's all about. Being able to control it and turn it. Taking it high, taking it low, perfecting your simple passing forward. And so if you got a wall, this is the first part of it. It's push pass. Just master the push pass, right and left. Most popular, most used pass in the game of soccer by even the elite players. It's the simplest and it's most used. If you can perfect this, you can play. You can play at most levels. If you can control the ball and push past it and think fast, you can play at most levels. Most of you guys are not as good with your left, and you use your left as less instead of more. Use your left more until you bring it up to speed, and your game will double itself. The quality of your game will double itself. Okay, that's one exercise. Great. Okay, now you got the wall, right? So now let's work on receiving the ball and taking it left or right. Everyone can stop the ball right here, and we always know that's not the best thing to do. That's where everyone's coming, right where the ball is. So we want you to work on playing the ball at the wall, getting it back, and touching it to the right, playing it back, touching it to the left, playing it back. Go. On your own. There you go. You can use the outside, and you can use the inside of your foot. And you want to use both. You've got to master receiving it both ways, the inside and the outside. Now, I've always preferred the outside because your inside adductor muscles are really strong. That means you've got to have more control. And a lot of times you can lose the ball get away from you because you hit it too hard. And you're afraid to hit it because you might hit it too hard. The outside adductors are a lot weaker, so if you use the outside, it's a more consistent touch to the outside. But you've got to get it wide. You can't get it in front of you. You've got to get it wide, Jay. You want to go 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. Touch it on the ear. Touch it on the ear. Hook your foot. Get your foot around that ear. Can't hit the back of the ball. Okay? There's an excellent one for you to master balls coming to you. Very important. Because under pressure, your sphincter starts to tighten up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Under pressure, your sphincter tightens up, and you chip the ball up, and now you've got a player coming at you. You're in big doo-doo, right? So you want to be able to perfect it, so even under pressure, you can do it. Okay? The next thing you want to work on, close range, you can work on your give and goes. We're not going to do it here because you need to run at an angle. Run at an angle, play, get it back. Use the outside of your foot, use the inside of your foot. Work on your give and goes. And the next thing I would do is I work on my ball striking technique. You know how I tell you to get your toes down, lock your ankle, step in front of it, keep it low? Well, that's a hard technique. So a wall is a great place to work on that technique, whether it's a dead ball, preferably a rolling ball. So you're going to be the wall. You guys are going to be the wall on that side, okay? And this side will be the player passing it against the wall. And if you've got a teammate, you can stay close. We want to stay close. It's not about power. It's learning to use the proper technique, toes down, stepping next to it, pointing your toes in the direction you want to kick it, getting your toes down, hitting it on your sweet spot, nice and slow and smooth. Go ahead and try to actually demonstrate. Nice and slow. There you go. Nice and slow through. Once with your left and once with your right. Now you both can do it. Go ahead. Just on the inside of your laces. Okay, time out. Now I see a lot. You guys probably see the same thing. You see a lot of bad technique out here, don't you? Right? You see the way I do it and the way I demonstrate it, and then you see some players turning that toe in a little bit, out a little bit, right? Getting a little bit, this little hook action, and we want them to be like that. Or we see them sometimes using the outside of the foot to turn their toes too much. Those are the wrong techniques. Those are the bad techniques. You want to study the techniques, so go to YouTube, go get a soccer book, in-step drive, and look at the picture. And look where they hit it, and look where they follow through, and look where they line up. Because when you practice, there's an old saying, perfect practice makes perfect. You ever heard practice makes perfect? Well, not necessarily. Perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect technique, doing it right makes you perfect, not doing it wrong. Right? So learn the technique, remember the footwork, walk up to it nice and slow if you have to with that wall in front of you, and just stand and look, and then go slowly and make am I hitting in the right spot? Right? You're big enough to know if you're hitting it on the wrong spot, wrong way, the right spot, and walk yourself through it till you get it right. Okay, try it again. Once to the left, once to the right. Good technique, Ashley. And you'll learn, you don't have to hit it hard. We're just working on technique. We just want to do it correctly. We want to get the right angle. We want to get the right step. And if you're having problems, go to YouTube. Or call me. I'll come out to practice early. Sarah, toes in, knee over it. Toes down, knee over it. Let's check them out here. Scoot back a little bit, Ellen. Jet, better. Okay, we see a couple of them, they're good till they hit it, and then they don't follow through because it's like they're focusing so hard on the strike, you got to learn to follow through correctly. So part of your technique is stepping, part of your technique is toe step striking, and the third part is follow through. You got to have muscle memory. You got to learn the correct follow through. I've been working with Madison on a shot, and she came back with this wicked looking follow through all of a sudden. It threw everything off. So we're back to follow through. Follow through. Once we got this right, we got this right, that last thing is throwing us off. So once we get the last thing right, now everything's going to be clean. So don't forget to follow through. Okay? That's this station right here. Okay? Let's go to ball striking, longer ball striking. So this is all short stuff. Inside, outside, push passes, good technique, receiving balls. Okay, I just need two players on this, but two good players that are good at ball striking. Brian and Morgan. Rest you guys step out back here a little bit. Kiana, you can step in here, girl.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay, I need one of you there, one of you on that line, one of you on this line.
Over here?
Yep. Okay, on this one, in between, only one ball, in between the gates. You're playing the ball back and forth to each other. Okay, and this was a medium-range ball striking. So push pass it first. You pretty much have to have a teammate unless you got a pretty giant wall. I used to go to school, I had a giant wall, and I could do all this stuff on it. I used to drive, I used to ride my bike, but there was only one place, keep going, there was only one place I could do this. I didn't have anybody who was willing to go out and work with me every day. They just wouldn't. They didn't have the guts, they didn't have the discipline, they didn't have the desire. So I found a wall. But we want to push your long-range push passes now. We want to make sure they're accurate. You just want to kick it. We want to see, do I hit her between the legs every time? Do I hit her belly button every time? If I choose to play it to the right side, do I get it to the right side? If I choose to play to the left side, is it going to the left side? That's how precise you have to be with the push pass in the big game. Defender's on her right, you want to pass it to her left. All those little details need to go into your development, your skills. Okay? So once we receive this ball, we can do the same thing touching it left and right. Receiving it left and right. Ball's coming faster, requires more skill to tap it, touch. See, they're not able to do it, are they? Bree's close. Kiani's close. But is that within a defender's reach? That's better, a little too far. So you can see how hard it is to get it just right. Just out of the defender's reach, but not so far that you lose control of it. That's better right there. And you can see how they're concentrating now. That's too far in front. You want to go 90 degrees wide. There you go. That's better. Or at least 50, 60 degrees wide. Those are little details you got to clean up to be a great player. You got to be able to do it without pressure before you can do it with pressure. Okay? Great. Good start. Okay, hold it. Okay, now the key stuff comes in where we're going to loft balls. You can hit a dead ball. We're going to loft it into somewhere between their head and their knees. So now you have to learn to loft it without crushing it. That's ball control. That's ball striking control. That's the touch we need. And you're going to have to learn to receiving it out of the air, carrying it quickly, and controlling the flight of the ball, which is really important for girls. Once the ball gets in the air in our games, it gets ugly. Windy days, it gets ugly. We need to make it so we can control it, get it on the ground, and make it pretty again. Go ahead, Kiani. Nice, nice. Nice touch, nice control. Okay. You see, Kiani, as you raise that foot way up there, what do we want her to do? We want her to quickly react, get her body behind it, take it off the chest. It doesn't go through your chest. Good. You can play from there. It's good one touch. Okay, keep going, keep going. I want to talk as they go. As you can see, it's difficult. As close as they are, it's difficult to hit that accurate little soft chip. Right? And the ground's not the best. But you can see how important, that's a really important skill. The next skill that's important is that one touch. How many times in the game we just mess up the first touch and it leads us to having to clean up a second touch, but that time defenders all around us. 1v1's a perfect example. No ball's going to be perfect, but if you can play one touch in the right spot, you can go to goal quickly. If you hit the wrong spot, the defender catches you. Very good. So it's as easy as that. Now we use our right foot, we use our left foot, and then we use the outside of our foot a little bit as well. Okay? Now let's go ahead back to the furthest one, Bree. So we've warmed up. We started off with the mid-range. Now we're going to where this is a very common range. You're having to send this ball on the roll to your teammate. A winger, a midfielder switching the field, whatever. So go ahead and play it back and forth. Same thing. You're trying to control it. You're trying to play it nicely. Go ahead. In the air, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So now we're going to see. This is This is what, about a 30-yard ball, Dennis? About a 30-yard ball. So we're U16 girls,